Hello, welcome to another video. I was gonna say episode. It's not a normal episode, but welcome to another video of the Got Whips podcast. This doesn't have a number because it's just a plans video. So we're going to talk to you guys about our 2026 plans. And like Jen says, we are going to probably change these, but this is what they are for now, today, December
For this
30th.
moment in time.
Today, December 30th, 2025. This is what our plans are for 2026. If you're new here, my name is Heather. I am from Southern California, where I live with my husband, three kids, and my mom.
I'm Nicci, and I'm coming from Central Wisconsin, where I have my husband, my son, and
Mhm.
my mom. Well, and we have a dog who you might hear because if you noticed, I'm in a different location, and we have wood floors. And Cooper is a big dog. If
Yes.
you've not been here for a while and seen him, he's very big and he likes to clippity clop through the house.
Yeah. Yeah. And when she's upstairs in her room and he's
Carpet.
on the bed and he decides to get up and leave, he scares the crap out of me because he's black and her sheets are black and it scares me. Um, so yeah, so we're not going to show any projects in this episode. We're not going to show anything tomorrow. The plan is tomorrow we're going to do our whip parade. Hopefully it's not,
Not a featured length video.
yeah,
Motion pictures,
we don't make any promises. My portion of it's not going to be. I can't speak for everybody in the room, but my portion is not going to be. Um, so yeah. So do you want to go back and forth, or we should have worked
Yeah,
this out.
that's fine.
We press record.
I'll start with my first plan is WIPGO. So I made two WIPGO boards this year so that I
Mhm.
could get all of my projects in. And for January, the numbers were called already, which were 2 and 7. So
Mhm.
for my first WIPGO board, that means I'm going to be working on my Happy Holidays and my Halloween wreath from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And then on my second board, I will be working on Jelly World, which was the Hade style from last year. Don't judge me.
No judgment.
And my other one is was a mystery stitch along with the Disney mugshot villains like 3 years ago now,
I think two.
somewhere in there. And the only thing I changed up for my go this year, instead of like trying to get 1,000 on every single one each month, is I spun a wheel on my tiny decisions and I put 250 to 1250 through there.
Mm.
And so, um, really weirdly, my Happy Holidays spun 750 stitches, which okay, and
Mhm.
my Halloween wreath 250. It's going to be very hard for me to like stop at 250 on that one because
Yeah.
normally when I pull it out, I'm trying to get all this at least 1,000 because I really want that one done.
Yeah.
Um, Jelly World spun 250,
Oh, wow.
which I was like, thank you Jesus for that because going back into full coverage isn't going to be easy for me. And Mugshot Villains is also spun 750.
Mm.
So we will see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's whew. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. So my first plan is temperature projects. I picked 10 projects from my whips. I randomly numbered them 0 to 9, and I'm doing it so I'm following the last digit of the high for that day. Um, whatever that is. And then I'm doing 40 stitches a day. Uh, but when the project reaches 1,000 stitches, I'm going to put it away and put something else in that number slot. Um, so yeah, my projects are the Year of the Snake, the Dodger Gnome, Snow Globes was a Frosted Pumpkin Citrus mystery 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
Three.
something. Gilmore Isms was a mystery from
Ooh. I think that one was 2 years ago.
right, but what was the designer?
Oh, Forbidden Fiber Co.
Yeah. Um, my Christmas calendar is another
Frosted
Frosted
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. It wasn't a mystery. It was just I think she calls it Kawaii Christmas calendar or
Yes.
Kawaii Christmas sampler or something like that. My Halloween wreath, the same thing that Nicci has. My Packer gnome, my Christmas wreath, which is Frosted Pumpkin. Eight. My gingerbread Christmas on Gingerbread Lane was a mystery.
Before I even started stitching.
God, long time ago, before we even became friends.
Right. So that's over 10 years. Well, 9, 10 years old now.
Yeah, but I mean, I started it then. I started it when it came out. Like I was part of their like I signed up before the club started.
Yeah.
Um and I didn't like it. I was doing it on like a linen and I no, I was not I didn't know what I was doing, so I restarted it. So the one I have now, I think I've only had going for maybe 2 years, 3 years. It
Maybe.
hasn't
Hasn't
it
been that
hasn't
long, I don't think.
no, it hasn't been that long. And my Year of the Dragon. So,
I really, really want to say that I feel a very strong theme on your list right now.
why?
It's like all Frosted Pumpkin.
Well, I feel like my Frosted Pumpkins are the
The
ones
oldest.
that yeah, are mostly my oldest because they were
Yeah.
when I got back into cross stitching. I mean, if you don't know, I cross stitched years ago when I lived with my grandma when I was 10, 11.
A wee lad.
Uh, yeah, so like that's where I started cross stitching was then. And I didn't cross stitch until I made some things when I had Evelyn and Matt, but I really didn't cross stitch much until I had Gabe. And that's where I kind of kicked off again. I started, yeah, anyways. So for this week, it's Year of the Dragon, Gingerbread Lane, Gilmore. Snow
It,
Globes are for 2 days, Gilmore's again, and then the Dodger Gnome. And we'll show all those when you'll see my progress when we do our first episode of the new year. This doesn't count.
yeah. We both started our temperature in like the new year on Sunday,
Mine started Monday. So
and mine
my tech,
Sunday.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, my weeks are going Monday to Sunday. Nikki's are going Sunday to Saturday.
Yep. So my temperature stitching, um, like Heather said, is the last number of whatever the temperature, high or low, but I went with I also. And I look at everything on Saturday for the following week. And whatever it is that whatever time it is, and I write it down, I'm not changing it. Like because we all know the weather changes day to day, hour to hour.
Yeah.
But unlike Heather, I only picked five. So my 0 and 5 are the same project, which is Happy Holiday Gnome, which is probably one of my oldest because I got that as a birthday present for my
Mm.
40th birthday. And so that's when I started cross stitching. 1 and 6 is month to month from Stitching with Housewives, and I started with May, obviously because it's my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
2 and 7 is Dark Forest by Tiny Modernist,
Mm-hmm.
which was a Harvest Moon. Was that where
Yes.
we? Okay. And then 3 and 8 is A Prairie Schooler Santa. I finished the one I was working on, but I have plans for so many for Christmas presents next year. It's going to be whatever one I'm going to do. And what I was doing for that is like Samantha got married May 25th last year. So I'm taking the Santa from year 25 and I'm making it for her and her husband for this year for their tree. So, and then 4 and 9 is my piece of Fear Over Faith. That faith was my word of the year 2 years ago. So I really think I need to get that finished up finally.
Maybe.
Yeah. just a little bit. So for me, my May month to month was called once this week for 100 stitches. Dark Forest was once for 100 stitches. My Prairie Schooler is going to get 200, and my Faith Over Fear is getting 300. So, but as
And
Heather said, we'll probably only show those, during regular viewing podcasts.
yeah. Do you have a stitch count that you're like, are you saying like for me, I'm saying 1,000 stitches and then I switch it out?
Right now I want to try to at least work on it. Originally I was going to do it till it was done,
Mm.
but I have a feeling like that would set me up for failure if I get bored with the project.
Mm.
So right now I'm going to say that I'm going to do it quarterly, and if like I get bored sooner, then we'll just change it.
Mhm.
That's the only thing that I haven't like set in stone.
Mhm. Okay, so my next one, I'm gonna do two right now because one's kind of short and then yeah. Anyways, I want to do WIPGO. I've tried WIPGO in the past. I've kind of jumped on the bandwagon later on in the year, and didn't really stick with it because it was half the year was gone or whatever. So I want to do WIPGO. Me and Nicci were talking about it before we pressed record. I just need to figure out what I'm going to put on my board. I'm thinking that I want to do um I'm thinking I want to do full coverage on my WIPGO boards,
Okay.
but I only have three.
You have your Haid cell, you have the Christmas house.
And my purple house.
But you could also add in there, I mean, you could put in the Halloween wreath and the Christmas wreath because they're technically there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
But I
just
feel like yeah,
you
yeah,
could randomly put those in there like 5 times,
yeah.
more than
My only
one.
thing is like even if I do full coverage, I'm only actively working on two at the moment because my Christmas house is so massive. I have to figure out another way to stitch. Like it's I can't stitch it the way that I have right now. Like it's just
Yeah,
not working.
I love my full coverages that I've purchased. But I was telling Heather, I don't know if I can do them. Like I can do the Halloween wreath, no problem.
Mhm.
But something in my brain is like blocked when it comes to actual like the Christmas house and Jelly World. So I'm gonna switch those now. Instead of doing 2/1 10 stitch, I'm gonna try 1/1 full cross
Mhm.
and see if that helps change my brain.
That's what I'm doing, and I feel like doing the my unicorn valley is sitting right next to me on my stand,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like doing the diagonals really helps.
Yeah. Because I have no problem doing my one full coverage that's for Gabe,
Hmm.
but I'm doing a diagonal,
Hmm.
and I did do the 20 like Jen had been doing for a while. Jen the caffeinated cross stitcher. If nobody knows who Jen is, when we say
Yeah,
Jen,
I do 20 as well.
so
Anyways, but also too, and sorry, that would go was supposed to you can go now. Your turn.
oh okay.
I
Um,
something I say is supposed to be fast, it turns into a tangent. Go
so
ahead.
I'll do two really quick because they're not right now. So I will, of course, will participate in May Mania.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't know how many starts I have until I get to there because I'll try to finish as much as I can because I really miss being able to start 31 projects in May because I'm nuts. Yes, I know, Heather. Also,
We'll
I
never
want
be
to
doing
start.
Mania.
I want
Never.
to do Gridiron
Never.
grind right at practice, like preseason.
Preseason?
Yeah,
You're insane.
and I want to do it for not only the Packers but the Packers and the Bears. And I kind of like Jen where she gives her team and then the away team and it has two different projects. So I've been debating that too. Heather knew nothing about that. I was going to say
No, I
anything about
have no
this.
idea.
I just sprung it on her because literally, if you don't know, for the last 4 months I've been out of work And so this is things I think of at like 12 a.m. when I can't text anybody because everybody else has to go to sleep to go to work the next day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I wake up the next morning and I don't say anything because it's out of my mind. And then I start watching Flosstubes again and it goes back in my mind.
I told her she should just text me. I mean, her 2 o'clock in the morning is my 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm definitely asleep. My phone's not gonna wake me up. But you can just text me when you think of these things, and I'll read them at 6:30 when I wake up.
Well, I started a text last night at 3:30 in the morning to you when I saw that I had a text, and that's why my phone wasn't going off all day. And I was
Yeah, I
like,
texted
she's
yesterday and
sleeping.
she
You cannot. She's getting off early so we can record tomorrow. Do not text her.
I
So,
texted her yesterday and she ignored me. Anyways, moving on. My last two are yeah. So I'm not gonna say they're gonna be short. I too am gonna do Gridiron Grind. I'm not gonna start it at practice preseason like Nicole is, but you do you boo. I'm only doing the Packers. I'm not doing 2 projects. I don't care. I'm not gonna whoever they're playing against, I don't care. Um, but I'm going to do the score times 10.
yep.
So whatever
Like,
the final score of the game for the Packers times 10.
and the
Uh,
only thing I do on top of that is if they win, they get an extra 100. And if they win by more than 10, another 100.
so you could potentially be doing 300 stitches.
Oh, I've had to do 570 one game.
That's crazy.
But what I like about the whole reason why I like Gridiron Grind is yes, I watch a lot of football all
Yeah.
day, Sunday, Monday night, Thursday night, like through the whole season. It's not just the Packers, it's not just the Bears, it's all of the teams. I'm really like football. And so for me, this year I got my first Packer gnome done. I'm almost done with my second Packer gnome.
Hmm.
So all I'm thinking about it, well, if you would have added those other stitches, and not that I couldn't add them on my own to keep going on it, but I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, I got this I could go do instead because I have other goals.
Hmm.
That's why I'm thinking of doing at least 2 projects for home and away.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I mean, my Packer gnome, I will need something else to stitch on. My Packer gnome won't last all season.
no,
So I will need something else to stitch on, and I'm not making another one.
right.
Anyways, so my last thing, I don't have all the details yet, but I want to do something similar to Jessie Marie does stuff. Her Big Brother Stitchy game. I want to do something similar to that for Survivor. Survivor is only on once a week. It's going to be 13
I think so.
13 weeks. Yes, 13 weeks. Um, so as of right now, my as of right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stitch for a reward challenge. If it's tribal, like if it's a whole tribe wins the reward challenge, I'm going to do 10 stitches for each member remaining on the tribe.
Okay.
If it's individual, like if it's a individual reward, I'm going to do 50 stitches for that person's project.
Okay.
So at the beginning, I'm going to have 3 projects I'm working on. Then it's going to go down to however many is left once they go into the merge. So they start with 3 tribes. People get voted off. Then they all combine together and live on one island. And then they instead of tribal immunity or tribal rewards, it cuts down to individual.
Oh wow.
So that's that. Then I'm gonna do immunity challenges. So like if your tribe wins immunity, um, again that's gonna be 10 stitches when it's the tribe per, 10 stitches per the tribe members that are left. And then whoever goes to tribal and gets voted out, that person's project is going to get 50 stitches done.
Okay.
And then if like they have little things, like they have something called a journey, where they come pick up one tribe member per tribe, so it would be 3 people, and they go on a journey. Sometimes there's a challenge. Sometimes there is like they have to basically play like Russian roulette. You never know what you're going to get. You can get
Right.
an advantage. You can get nothing. They can take your vote away. There's things that could happen to you that you don't know what the outcome is. You just have to play.
Right.
So for the journey, the people are going to get X amount of stitches on their project. So when this whole thing starts, February 25th, I have to have all of these projects figured out. And I'll talk about it on the podcast that happens probably just before that. But so that's what I'm trying. Yeah, I say it's little and not crazy, but February 25th is gonna happen before I know it, and it's gonna come, and I'm gonna be like, oh shit, my Survivor game. Um,
And I can't help her with this because I haven't watched Survivor ever. So I know nothing
yeah,
about the show. I know nothing. And it'd be like her trying to, I don't know, like I watch Landman. She would know nothing about what I watch on that if I was to start stitching for who knows
yeah,
what.
no,
I don't know,
exactly.
but same thing. And yeah, that's why I don't watch a lot of the reality shows. Like I think their baking one I would love, like just because FOMO, yeah, of course I want to stitch more.
Yeah,
But I don't watch them. So like
yeah,
I don't want to. Like
you're never gonna know.
I don't want to like go watch another show just to stitch.
Yeah.
So that's why I loved when Jesse no, Jesse didn't. Jen the caffeinated cross stitcher, I don't remember who started, but she brought it up. I watch her to know other games and Flosstuber Frenzy. I do watch and can pick, you know, Flosstubers that I watch regularly to
Yeah.
stitch. So I picked, well, technically I started out with 12. So it was Jen the Caffeinated Cross Stitcher, and her
Hmm.
piece is Halloween Wreath.
Hmm.
Um, Cornhusker State Stitchers, and that's my family piece that I started this last May. Two Tall Stitchers, I'm doing Frosty, Alara, Visiting Daggerbar. Just Keep Stitching is my Castle Homecoming piece. Akio Whips is my Disney Villains piece. Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World is my Girlmoreisms. Stitched by Liz is my cousin's piece because I have two more cousins' pieces to get finished. Sloppy Stitching Sisters is my Christmas National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation movie. It's a
Hmm.
it's just a bunch of quotes from that.
Oh, yeah.
Um, the Hathaway Stitchers do more of what you love, but they haven't recorded since September, I want to say.
Mhm.
So I put or Helen D. And I just did this like in the last 2 days because they weren't recording very much. And I want to get progress on these. So, and then Cam the Stitcher, Welcome to the North Pole. Again, she hasn't been recording as much, but she did just put one out before Christmas stating a lot of family things, moving, all this other jazz.
Mhm.
Life. Let's just put it that way. Life happens. So I put Not Your Average Stitcher also with that one. And then Jen, my last piece is Jen's Fiberweb, and I'm doing my trick or treat piece for that. And what that pertains to is I'm doing 200 stitches on each of their projects per episode. If they have a finish, I'm doing another 100. If they have an FFO, that's another 100. 100 stitches per every new start. 500 for whip parade. 100 if they have a matching project to mine, and then 50 stitches if they have like an extra, like this would be an extra.
Okay, so question. And apologies if you hear the gardener. It's Tuesday. I don't know why there's gardeners here. They're supposed to be here on Thursdays. Um, so let's say you're watching and somebody has a finish, but they also fully finish. Is that 200 stitches?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
like,
I've noticed, like, with watching, very few have I seen that, like, they finish and then automatically right away finish it, like, fully finish. The only one who that doesn't, like, always apply to is Julie from Kansas City.
yeah,
Girl.
that's what I was gonna say. So like Julie, her most recent episode, she had a finish. It was one of her designs, so she fully finished it. So
Yeah.
does that count for 200?
It would if I would have already started the game. The only games that,
Right, right,
like,
right, yeah, yeah. I don't mean
so
like
yeah,
that
that
specific project, but like,
the only thing that I counted for her, because everybody's doing whip parades right now. So I
mm-hmm.
did write all those down because I'm still gonna give them their 500. But like her whip parade, I only ended up having to stitch. I'm only having to stitch 600 on her project. 500 for the actual whip parade, and then one of her projects matches one of mine. I mean, that was what scared me when I started. This was Jen with her whip parade of 4 parts. I was like, oh no. But luckily, a lot of hers that we did have matching, I either haven't started yet or I've finished already.
Okay, so are you counting the whip parade as one? Like Jen has four videos. So is that one?
One.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. No, I'm not doing that to myself. That'd be 2,000 stitches just off the go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
The only person, like Cornhusker State Stitchers, so they're a duo like us, but they're mother daughter. Um, like I had matching projects to each of them because, like us, we have matching projects. I am doing the 200 for each one that I matched.
wow,
Yeah. So like for them, I have 1,000 stitches to do on their project.
that's crazy. Can you hear the gardener?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay, I can hear him really loud and like almost like so loud that I have to like strain to even hear what you're saying. And so I keep muting, thinking that you can hear him. I swear, isn't it Tuesday?
It is, but you got to remember that Thursday is
Oh,
January
yeah.
1st here.
When you work in retail, what are holidays?
Yeah.
I know,
Justin,
it's like
he's like, it's retail. It's not a holiday.
it's not a holiday. What are holidays? I have no idea. Yeah, one of my coworkers, she's off today and tomorrow. And so the last time I saw her was yesterday. And she's like, Happy New Year. See you next year. And I'm like, what? Like,
It took you back to grade school, didn't you?
I'm like, Patty, what are you talking about? She's like, honey, the January 1st is Thursday. And I was like, oh yeah, Happy New Year. I'm like, what are
You know what we
holidays?
all said when we were leaving on Christmas break?
Yeah,
See you
see you
next
next year. Yeah. And now you say that, and my kids look at you like, what?
What
It's
are you
only
talking about,
2 weeks.
Mom?
Yeah, so
That's our plans.
that's 2026 in a nutshell for us. Um,
I would like to add one more plan, but nobody's put out a video yet. Well, I mean, I could play Stitchopoly the same way that like Jen played it, versus herself. But I want to. I know Akia Whips had said that they're a husband wife and they play against each other, and one
mhm.
other person plays, and they were going to put up a video and they haven't yet because I would like to play against Heather if she would want to play.
And I would like that's what I was gonna say. I was just gonna say we can talk about that off camera or whatever, but
Right.
I just don't understand. I don't know like so like and basically I'll ask this question now in front of everybody. Um, what happened? So like let's say my piece lands on a property that you own.
You would have to do like from my understandings from watching these videos is
Mhm.
like I would give you like the rent. Let's say I own all three. Obviously, it's
Yeah,
going to be higher.
right.
So like
So
if I
then
own one,
would you then pick my project that I would have
no,
to oh,
you'd pick your own project.
okay.
You put a project for each one of the squares or each color grouping, however
Right,
you want to.
right. Yeah.
And then I would like say like let's say rent $16. I would just say, why don't we just add this zero? So $16, you owe 160 stitches to that piece. I mean, that's the simplest way I can think of to do it.
Okay, so let's say like, okay, I owe 160 stitches to a project. And like how does the game go to where we're playing against each other? Like how do
Right.
I
That part I have to
lose?
figure out,
Okay.
because like, do we still play with Monopoly money so that there's a clear winner and loser, or are we just playing so that we get stitches on this game?
I think it's just stitches on a game. But like I'm thinking like what's the penalty if I don't make my 160 stitches, but you do? Like is there a penalty where like I then have to say, okay, well, I have to
You
work
have
on
to
my
buy me a new pattern. I
okay.
like this game. Let's go.
Because in the reality of it, I mean, if you've been here for a while, in the reality of it, if anybody's gonna lose, it's gonna be me. And I'm okay with that. But like Nicci stitches like her needles are on fire. And I don't have that kind of time. So that's what I'm wondering. If there is a penalty.
Yeah. Well, let's not forget though. Like, as soon as I go back to work, I'm not going to have this time to stitch like my needles are on fire either.
Eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even so, you can average more stitches per day than
Oh,
I do.
but I like again, you have far more people that you're in control of than I do. My
True.
son is going to be 20 in June. He's self sufficient. Doesn't really need a whole lot from me except
That's
for, hey,
making me feel old.
I'm not making you feel anything. I'm
JJ's gonna be 20.
Yeah,
That's
he's going to be 20 in June. And so for him, the most I have to do is, hey, did you remember to turn off the light? Hey, where's your keys?
yeah, that's true. Have you eaten today?
Right. You know, or do we need anything that you eat that I don't know is gone because I'm not eating it
Yeah,
type thing? And Justin works at least 10 hours a day,
yeah.
so, and then if it's my husband works, he's a manager of an O'Reilly's.
Mhm.
So 1 week he works 6 days a week, 1 week he works 4 days a week. On those weeks that he works those 6 days, he's not doing a damn thing on Sunday.
No,
Don't look at him, don't talk to him. Like, he's just grumpy. He loves everybody still. He's just like, right now we
he's
have
just
snow.
overpeopled.
Yeah. And so he comes home, he has to shovel, he has to snowblow,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So like, and then on his 3 day weekends, all he's thinking about is, if it's right now, ice fishing.
Hmm.
But like
Yeah.
right now, he leaves in 2 weeks to go to Texas. So he's not happy because he has to go to convention. He
Yeah.
doesn't get to stay home. You know, I'm
He
still not
doesn't.
able to drive. I'm not able to walk on my own yet. So like, that stresses him out.
Yeah.
And my mom's self-sufficient. She literally does all the cooking right now just because I can't.
Mm-hmm.
So it I don't have anybody I'm in control of. Like, everybody has their duties, especially now that I've had surgery. And like, I'm just sitting here like, do, what do I do now? So yes, I come up with more Stitchy games for myself to make time pass.
Yeah.
And I stay caught up on my floss tubes because, again, I don't watch regular TV except for football.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, football, Survivor. Because I mean, Survivor is the one show that me and Hector watched together,
Together.
and we've watched it together. I mean, we're on season 50 now, and I feel like we
Okay,
didn't
I have a
watch
question
it.
about that.
Mhm.
Didn't Survivor come out while like I was in high school?
Survivor started. I don't know. I can't. I'm not 100% sure on the year, but yeah, Survivor started when I was in junior high.
So how is it 50 years? Because I haven't been out of high school for 50 years. That makes me
Because
really
they do two a season, 2 a year. Like
okay.
they just finished. They do it fall, and then they do like a winter
Okay.
season.
because
because
I
they
heard
did
one on,
one.
on a commercial like when we were watching a football game, and my mom had said something like, "It's been out for 50 years." I'm like, "No, because I'm not 50,
Mhm.
and I know the show came out while I was in high school."
Yeah. Yeah, no, they do two a season, two a year, two seasons a year.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're me and Justin used to watch American Idol together. Used,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
then with all the changes and everything, we just stopped.
Yeah, American Idol is crazy now. Yeah, so like there was a few years where we didn't watch them while they were airing,
Yeah.
but since then all of them are on Paramount Plus. So
Yep.
we've gone back and I mean we watched them as years later, but we were late. But I think the season 49 ended, I want to say like the end of November,
I
maybe
would
even the middle of November.
something like that because I know Priscilla and Chelsea from Stitchy with the Housewives watch it.
Yeah, I want to say like we were late. We just watched the final episode like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And we usually don't watch them on Thursdays, but we'll watch them like Friday. But
Gotcha.
yeah. So, I mean, we'll keep you posted on Monopoly. We have talked about it briefly before. So it
Yeah.
is something that was kind of in the back of my head, like let's do Monopoly this year. Um,
Yeah, we've been
but
talking about it for a good year.
yeah. I mean, I
We
want to say
spent the time to look at how to do it.
since Jen started, we've been
Yeah.
talking about it. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
We will we will see you tomorrow. Well, it won't be tomorrow for you guys because you probably won't see this until you
Tomorrow.
probably won't, you may not see this till tomorrow. I'm not gonna edit. I'm just gonna publish. So you might see it tonight. Um, and then yeah, we'll be back to film it with Parade tomorrow, which you probably won't see until Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, because unfortunately that one will have to have pictures and
Yeah, so that one's gonna have a bit more editing done. But I'll get it out as soon as I can. Hopefully not as late as Saturday, but see. And then we'll be back sometime in January to do our first episode
regular.
of the year.
And
Yeah, and then
thank
I
you
think
for all of you who've been here. I know December is our anniversary month. Um, so thank you for all those who have been here and returning and found us some way back when we were just knitting only for the most part.
yeah,
Um, it's 6 years.
things have 6 years, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah.
Dang, that's
With some breaks in there from life stuff, but yeah, for the most part for 6 full years.
6 years. Yeah, that's crazy. Wowzers,
So
that's crazy. Anyways, so yeah, we'll probably, I want to say, stick to the once a month schedule for now until Nikki's just sitting on that chair until I get a better handle on life
like
and stuff. But yeah, we hope that you guys have had a great
great
Christmas or
holidays.
holiday season, whatever you celebrate. And we hope you have a safe and happy new year and all of your crafting dreams come true.
See you next week.
See you next time. Bye.